Welcome to Rolling Hills Radio. Join us for an hour of music and conversation from Shawbucks in Jamestown, New York. Tonight's guests are Uncle Ben's Remedy and Sean Patrick McGraw. Now please welcome our host, Ken Hardley with Mandy Andrews.
I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. Don't know what to do, don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. Tired of moaning, I'm tired of groaning for you. Don't know what to do, don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. Tired of weeping, tired of moaning, and tired of groaning for you. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad.
Rolling Hills Radio is funded in part by the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization REAP-Grant Program with support from the New York State Legislature and Governor Andrew Cuomo and administered by the Tri-County Arts Council. Rolling Hills is underwritten in part by the Jamestown Gazette, the hometown newspaper with good news. Sponsorship is provided by the National Comedy Center, the Great Blue Heron Festival, Lost Recording Studio, and Cranky Play Productions.
Thank you, Julia Cecil Hanley, and welcome to Rolling Hills Radio, brought to you from Shawbucks, the club concert venue nestled in the entertainment district of the city of Jamestown, right across the street from the National Comedy Center. On Rolling Hills Radio, you'll hear grassroots Americana music from a wide range of genres. This episode, we have a man who brings first-rate literate songwriting and much more to the country genre. But first, we have a band comprised of musicians who have been at this for some time, and then a little while back got together as a band. Their first full-length album appeared only 4 years ago, and their fourth is about to be released. They've won awards, played with and opened for some very well-respected names in the business, including our other guest on the show, and have, without standard publicity or management, become a musical phenomenon. You're about to hear a song from their album Not Far From the Tree with the song Mummy. Please welcome Uncle Ben's Remedy.
You take her out You dial her up, she says treat me right, she says buy me stuff, prove your love with a credit card, and believe she loves you just the way you are. But when the money ran out, so did she. Hey, it took me a while to see past the smiling tight blue jeans. She likes money, money, money more than me. Money, money, money more than me. She likes money, money, money more than me. She likes money more than me. Whoa! I was thinking to have and hold, and she was thinking about digging for some gold. The joke's on her, ain't it a shame? Ain't got no penny to my name. But when the money ran out, so did she. Hey, it took me a while to see past the smiling tight blue jeans. She likes money, money, money more than me. Money, money, money more than me. She likes money, money, money more than me. She likes money more than me. Whoa! Money, money, money more than me. What? Money, money, money more than me. She likes money, money, money more than me. She likes money more than me. Took me a while to see past the smiling tight blue jeans. She likes money, money, money more than me. Money, money, money more than me. She likes money, money, money more than me. She likes money more than me. She likes money more than me.
Uncle Ben's Remedy. Well, let me tell you who these guys are. Back on the drums, we have Jim.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. And on that thing that's standing up real tall, the upright bass, that's Brandon. On the keyboards, Sean Hustis. And this guy seems to be Ben Westland right here. And right next to me here, playing a fabulous guitar, Harmony Griffin. Well, I got a few questions for you guys. First of all, Ben, let me ask you this: What do you call this genre? What do you guys play?
Another question.
Right to the question too.
Yeah, I guess we've tried to purposely not fit in one, but that seems to be troublesome. So, sorry. We've tried not to fit in one, but that seems troublesome. So we say outlaw country, Americana. What do we say? Down home country ruckus. Somebody told us today. I never heard that one, but that fits.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. And well, Harmony, have you guys always been into this kind of music?
Let me use this microphone. Yeah, sort of. We had to. Both my grandfathers are country musicians, including Slim Griffin from here in Jamestown.
Okay.
And so we grew up and we were kind of submersed with it all the time. And as we kind of grew older and wanted something else to do, it was right there for us for the picking.
So did you listen to that music growing up? I mean, country music was a bit different back then. Johnny Cash.
No, it was country music back then. That was
Yeah. Thanks for saying that. I was hoping somebody would say that, and I didn't have to.
I mean, you guys all know that, right? Yeah.
You wouldn't be here if you didn't know that.
And how about the rest of you guys? It's always been country music for you guys, right? No, Ken.
No, but
Take it, Jim.
Little punk rock and rock and roll early years, and we got into the country later on. Yeah.
Okay, you kind of seeped into country
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that happens. I've heard about that. Okay, good.
I've heard of that sort of thing.
Right. So now you guys write your own songs, and who is there a main songwriter amongst you guys? That would be Ben. And you,
I couldn't do it without these guys, though.
Sure,
They come in pretty rough, and these guys fix them up.
okay, so you kind of come up with the skeleton of the song, and these guys, you got to have a chemistry. You've been together for at least 4 years. So,
Yeah.
So you bring something in, and they turn it into something.
Yeah, I think it makes me different than a lot of songwriters because I was just telling my wife the other day that I wouldn't want to do it without these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just I don't like making all the decisions. I kind of have the idea, and then I love bringing it to them and just watch what they do with it. It's fun for me that way.
It's a little bit like a democracy here, it seems.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Easy.
Yeah.
Not with this guy
Gonna have a
around.
debate on the Senate floor here. Well, you guys remember the song for us? It's called Knee High. Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Ben's Remedy.
If the corn's knee high by the 4th of July, we'll be sitting pretty when it's harvest time. If the corn's knee high by the 4th of July, we'll be sitting pretty high. Park your truck on the farm road so no one will see. Gotta know mow is done, spraying for weeds. Go 33 rows east and 10 paces north. You better write this down, son, you'll forget for sure. We go out at night as to not disturb them. What the farmer don't know won't hurt him. If the corn's knee high by the 4th of July, we'll be sitting pretty when it's harvest time. If the corn's knee high by the 4th of July, we'll be sitting real high. Yeah, keep your crops spread out, those coppers got eyes. Try not to visit unless it gets real dry. Miracle grow a can of beer for the snails. Don't bend the corn, son, don't leave a trail. By Halloween, there's a skunk in every barn where I grew up. This is how we farm if the corn's knee high by the 4th of July. We'll be sitting pretty when it's harvest time. If the corn's knee high by the 4th of July, we'll be sitting real high. No one was there. My heart started pumping. I got squirrel on the line, screaming out his mind, saying the combines are coming, the combines are coming. If the corn's knee high by the 4th of July, we'll be sitting pretty when it's harvest time. If the corn's knee high by the 4th of July, we'll be sitting pretty high. We'll be getting real high.
Uncle Ben's Remedy. That's Uncle Ben's Remedy, and you can find them at UncleBen'sRemedy.com. Well, next we have a guy who's done most everything you can think of that a musician might do in this business. He's won national awards. He had a hit song on CMT's rotation. He's a Nashville songwriter. He's toured with his band. He's toured solo. He's toured with Toby Keith and lots more. He's played on some of the biggest stages around. He's played at the Bluebird Cafe. He's played at some god-awful dives. If there's a more American guy with a guitar in his hand, I'd like to meet him, but I won't. Here he is with a song you've never heard, Angry, the Not So Young Guy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Sean Patrick McGraw back to the...
Walking down these streets that I thought I'd be ruling. I thought I'd be ruling these streets one day. I was young and hungry, man. Who was I fooling? I grew up and put all those childish things away. In the beginning, the end gets started. Now I'm soft in the middle and hard at the hard end. I'm just an angry, I'm just an angry, I'm just an angry, not so young man. I'm just an angry, I'm just an angry, I'm just an angry, not so young man. Woke up one day, it's like, what the hell happened? I don't know exactly what happened to me. I was in my 30s, or was it my 40s? My days of glory, oh, where could they be? 'Cause I was told that there'd be drinks and there'd be food. I always thought that I'd be in a better mood, but I'm just an angry, just an angry, I'm just an angry, not so young man. I'm just an angry, I'm just an angry, just an angry, not so young man. Yes, I am. And I don't understand. You know, I thought I'd be wiser by now, have a little more figured out. But I'm just as stupid as I ever was. Losing my patience and losing my hair. But I'm reaching that point where I really don't care. I'm just an angry, just an angry, I'm just an angry, not so young man. I'm just an angry, I'm just an angry, I'm just an angry, not so young man.
Sean Patrick McGraw.
Thank you.
Great stuff, Sean, as always. Well, you've been doing this for quite some time now, and you still travel. You still like it? You like life on the road?
I do. Yeah, I love it. I get antsy. I actually just, this is this leg that I'm on right now, because I just left Nashville. It's I had the longest period I've had in at least 15 years that I didn't tour. And after like 2 months, I'm like, I'm home this weekend? Huh? It's weird.
What do people do?
Yeah, like what do people do when they're actually home on the weekend? You know, I've been nonstop. I've averaged like 80,000 miles a year driving.
Hardworking guy, Sean.
So and I still like it. And I've probably reached the age where I'm like a little more selective about like where I play, what I play, and it's like, if I don't like a gig, I just don't take it. So it's okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Stay
good for
home.
you. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about your background. My understanding is, if I got this right, you went to SUNY Fredonia.
I did.
And you were a music major. And
I was.
and
Classical guitar, of all things.
Classical guitar, and it's a really renowned school for its music program. Now, let me ask you this: here you are in classical guitar. I'm imagining, Camille Saint-Saëns and Edvard Grieg and stuff like that. And now you're playing Hank Williams and Uncle Dave Macon and some music that came from that. It's beautiful.
That kind of stuff.
How about that? Okay, that's a genre. Classical music, country, whatever we're doing here, that's a genre?
Yeah.
How do the two come together for you? How do you connect those? And does it mean anything? Your brain got that stuff and now you're doing something else?
I just love good music, period, regardless of genre. I mean, I don't have any prejudices against any genre at all. Never have. I tell you what, my mom is still alive, and my mother. In fact, I seriously stopped and thanked my mom the other day. I had a long ride up here, and I was just kind of, I don't know what possessed me. I was listening to a bunch of '60s singer-songwriter stuff as a learning experience. So I was listening to Jimmy Webb, Burt Bacharach, and I listened to Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. And I got home, and I came to my mom's house, and I gave her a big hug, and I said, "Mom, I want to thank you for raising me right as far as what I listened to growing up, because that's what I grew up listening to, and I never had any borders with what was good music, what was bad music, just everything."
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, it shows. You obviously draw from a lot of sources. It's a very rich thing that you're doing right now. Would you do another one for us?
I will. And for someone who I'm a very lucky person. I've been able to make a living as a quote-unquote country singer, and I've made country records. My last 2 records aren't very country, but I knew that I had turned a corner professionally, and maybe I had gone someplace where there was no going back. I love a gypsy jazz. This next song is gypsy jazz, and I knew that maybe my days as a country singer were maybe turned a corner, because I don't think Toby Keith would sing about 2 dudes getting married.
Sean Patrick McGraw.
A young girl had a baby. You could say it wasn't planned. She wasn't ready for a family, at least not with her old man. Between 2 tough decisions, she made the only choice, and she chose to give her baby to 2 caring, loving boys. Some said she did the right thing. Some said she crossed the line. She said Jesus had 2 daddies, and he turned out just fine. Well, it was written in the Bible way back in the day. Folks thought they saw a star, and they came from far away. Another young girl had a baby outside the town of Galilee. They asked Mary, "Who's the daddy?" Joseph said, "Dude, it ain't me. But I'm gonna love that kid, even if he isn't mine." No, Jesus had 2 daddies, and he turned out just fine. Yeah, the Prince of Peace, the very King of Kings, said it all comes down to pretty much one thing. You gotta love your neighbor, be generous and kind. Jesus had 2 daddies, he turned out just fine. So them fellas, they got married one fine September day. And when queer folks have a party, they call it a soiree. Well, that rubs some people wrong, man, but they don't have to go. They had a martini bar and a Michelin chef, and if there's one thing that I know, is that don't affect your life at all, and it sure as hell don't mine. No, Jesus had 2 daddies, and he turned out just fine. Yeah, the Prince of Peace, the very King of Kings, said it all comes down to pretty much one thing. You gotta love your neighbor, be generous and kind. Jesus had 2 daddies, he turned out just fine. Oh, Jesus had 2 daddies, he turned out just fine. Jesus had 2 daddies, he turned out just fine. 2 daddies, 2 daddies, 2 daddies.
Sean Patrick McGraw. We'll be back with much more from Sean Patrick McGraw and Uncle Ben's Remedy. Hear us all play an old song about work, prison, and the railroad. That's right, country music. So hang on for a moment. We'll be right back.
You are listening to Rolling Hills Radio with Ken Hardley, episode 94. If you would like to be part of our live studio audience, log on to rollinghillsradio.org to get your ticket today, or call the Rolling Ticket Hotline at 716-294-0416. We'll be back after the break with more from Sean Patrick McGraw and Uncle Ben's Remedy. begins in just a minute. Rolling Hills Radio is brought to you in part by the Jamestown Gazette, as well as the National Comedy Center, named by Time Magazine as one of the world's greatest places. Sponsorship is also provided by the Great Blue Heron Festival and Axiom Printing. If you would like to be included on the Rolling Hills email distribution list, send your email address to ken@rollinghillsradio.org. To hear or view this episode and all past episodes of Rolling Hills Radio, log on to www.rollinghillsradio.org. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And now, back to Rolling Hills Radio.
Thank you, Julius Isla Hanley. We have lots more to go here from Jamestown, New York. We're broadcasting right up the hill from the banks of the gentle, serene, slow, quiet, hopelessly romantic Chattaquin River. We'd like to welcome our newest affiliate, Zone Radio in Cape Town, South Africa. Find it on your radio dial on 88.5 FM. My understanding is it's on at 9 p.m. South Africa time. And hello to all of our friends in South Africa. We broadcast from Jamestown, New York. Tell you what, you come and see the show live, we'll give you a Rolling Hills Radio t-shirt on the house. Rolling Hills Radio is a non-commercial radio enterprise. We're dedicated to Americana music. And like classical music, like blues, like jazz, Americana isn't mainstream. So we have to be, and we want to be, on non-commercial radio stations, college radio stations, things like that. And because we're out of the mainstream, we enjoy the benefits of getting away from mass media. We're getting away from corporate influence. And that means you never know what you're going to hear. It could be amazing things, incredible things, things that change your day. For example, I was listening to a non-commercial radio station the other day, and I found out that in America, over 10 people a year are killed by a vending machine.
Shocking.
Which made me wonder, why don't they put that vending machine somewhere where it can't get to people? Well, I'll tell you what. Uncle Ben's Remedy is about to play another song for us. This is Trouble in Getting Home from their album, Yesterday's Clothes.
She said this town ain't even got a Mickey D's. This town, it's way too little for me. You can't even steal a kiss without making a fuss. This town can't eat my dust. See, there's a big bad world out there waiting for me. There's a big wide world I'm needing to see. I'm meant for much more than campfires and beers. I can't be sticking around here. And I said, I'll be right here waiting for you when you get back from Salisaloo. However long it takes for you to realize grass is always greener where you fertilize. And I'm laying down the goods here at home, waiting so patiently for you to see that your Salisaloo is right here with me.
Take it, Sean.
When she got to the city, it was big as can be. She was a pretty little fish in a big old sea. The shark's teeth were sharper than they were back home, and she felt all kind of alone. So she called me up on the telephone, said, hey, Uncle Ben, what's been happening home? I said, girl, you know nothing ever happens here in Cherry Creek. She said, it sounds so good to me. And I said, I'll be right here waiting for you when you get back from Salisaloo. However long it takes for you to realize grass is you fertilize, and I'm laying down the good shit here at home, waiting so patiently for you to see your solace is right here with me. I said, won't you come home, come home, come home, come home. Salute is right here with me. Girl, I've got a big back, so baby you can trust. Our troubles are gonna have some trouble with us, so just come home.
Uncle Ben's Remedy. With Sean Patrick McGraw on the harmonica there. Well, for those of you listening on the radio, I've got to tell you, you're missing a visual experience with Uncle Ben's Remedy. Up here, we have a sleeveless flannel T-shirt. We have rainbow-colored Crocs. We have, I can go on and on, but the thing that's fascinating me is over here, Sean Hustis on the keyboards seems to be standing behind, what is that, a couple of whiskey barrels?
It's cooler if we think it's a couple of whiskey barrels. It's actually one wine bottle that when I cut it open nearly knocked me out from the fermentation. But stitched back together, and it makes a keyboard stand. And a few other storage compartments.
Yeah, and it's very attractive.
And a backache for the rest of the guys.
Yeah, it's very petite.
Yeah, you got to carry that thing in there. Yeah. So you guys are Uncle Ben's Remedy. You're kind of known as UBR. I've heard a lot of people saying UBR, and you have some people following you. Is it what? UB Army? Yeah, the UB Army. There they were, right there. How about that?
Thank you.
Well done. I have more questions. I just got to find them.
You know, you mentioned the clothes, Ken. I was dropping my 14-year-old son off before I came to this gig, and he goes, Dad, you getting right on the bus? I said, I got to change my clothes real quick. He goes, oh, yeah, heaven forbid anyone see you dressed like a normal person. I get a hard time from my teenagers, for sure.
We live to embarrass our children, don't we? Indeed. You guys are, I don't know how unique as it is nowadays, but it occurs to me, you don't have any particular, there's no corporation behind you, there's no particular agency that's getting you gigs, you don't have a manager. You're doing this all organically, and here we found out you have a huge following wherever you go. So, how did that happen?
It's a secret.
Okay.
No, I don't know. We don't know, and we very often think about it, and then we try not to think about it because it scares us because we don't know why.
Sure.
They come, and we just and we're actually a lot of them are coming to me and saying, "Why everything's quiet? Why are we not going to go crazy at some point tonight?" And I'm like, just thank you for being Have. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But we try to keep the shows fun and try to be nice people when they say hi to us. That's, I think, the secret.
Great. Well, it kind of reminds me of what Jeff Erickson of 10,000 Maniacs told me one time. He said, you know what, just do what you do, and your audience will find you. And it looks like that's what you have going on. You don't do covers or something like that. You do what you do, and people discovered it. Well, let's discover another tune. You guys got something ready for us? Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Ben's Remedy.
Yeah, this is a new song that's going on the album that we're currently working on. This song's called Drink to Remember. Most of it's true. Remember that night in the gravel pit when I told you all I could handle it. Then I threw up all over myself. What a mess. Remember that night when the street light broke, hanging on those hooligans were hanging below. Then the neighbors that called up your mama, we had to confess. I don't drink to forget, I could do that on my own. I drink to remember all the good times that have come and gone. So bring all you got and we'll throw it all in a blender. Drink to remember. Remember that night on the Sunset Beach, sleeping under the stars with the sand in our teeth. No alarm clock quite like the boots of a local police. Remember that night in the caddy backseat, and all of us naked from our head to our feet. And we didn't make love, we just ran out into the streets. I don't drink to forget, I could do that on my own. I drink to remember all the good times that have come and gone. So bring all you got and we'll throw it all in a blender. Drink to remember. Remember that night at the honky-tonk show, we drank and we danced and we started to know that it's all gonna be okay. We're all gonna be okay. We're okay. We don't drink to forget, we can do that on our own. We drink to remember all the good friends that have come and gone. So bring all you got and we'll throw it all in a blender. Drink to remember.
Uncle Ben's Remedy! Sean Patrick McGraw. That was Uncle Ben's Remedy, and you can hear them on UncleBen'sRemedy.com. Well, next up, we have Sean Patrick McGraw coming back, and this time, Mandy Andrews is going to be on the cello with him. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Patrick McGraw.
Looking out over the land of the free, my father's long history. Sometimes I'm saddened by the sorry things I've seen from the front porch of America. My friends and neighbors, they can't get along. But what makes us different is what makes us strong. We might be in separate keys, but we're singing the same song from the front porch of America. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
looking back on all that we've been through. We've been that shining light. Most times we get it right. You know I still believe in you. Yes, I do. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Looking back on all that we've been through, we've been that shining light. Most times we get it right. You know I still believe in you. The huddled masses, the tired and the poor. For 500 years we have sailed to these shores with just the clothes on our backs and a dream of something more. On the front porch of America, on the front porch of America.
Sean Patrick McGraw with Mandy Andrews on the cello.
That was awesome.
Great stuff, Sean. Now, you've been in the business for a while. In a nutshell,
Long.
how has it changed? Now, the last time you were here, I think, was probably 5 years ago or something on our stage. Things have changed even since then.
Yeah, there is no music industry anymore. Really.
It just dismantled
Yeah, it really
in a
did.
hurry.
Yeah, Spotify, they've ruined it. They've ruined it.
Yep.
Well, they've ruined it even from an artist side. But I'll tell you this, people. I'm going to give you a figure, and this is why sometimes I find it hard to find an incentive or motivation to get up and write a song in the morning, and not. I've really come to a place where I write songs just so that I can be a complete human being and do what I'm supposed to be doing with myself. Any illusions I ever had about getting rich off of it have pretty much, they've gone. And well, if I can give you a figure, this is like so disheartening, but due to like streaming can be awesome it can be awesome for someone like me because I tour. If I pop up on your Spotify or your Pandora playlist and you learn about me because of that, then great. But the thing about the royalties that pays, one of my neighbors, and I'm not going to name the guy, I'm not going to even tell you what song he wrote, but he wrote a huge hit song for a country artist. It was like a big hit like 6 years ago. He told me, we were hanging out the other night, he's my neighbor, he's like, yeah, it's like, Sean, he's like, on 44 million streams. 44 million streams of that song last quarter, I got paid $175. So when I wake up in the morning and I tell myself, you're going to sit down and write a song, or you're going to go figure out some other way of paying your bills, it's tough. I mean, and it's just, and it's really, there's no in between. I'm lucky. I do make, I have some income up from my downloads, but that's the big thing is the digital age. We're giving it away. We're giving it away. So it's tough. People don't buy music anymore. People don't buy CDs anymore, and that's why concert tickets gone up too. That's why they're so expensive. Yeah. So it's just gotten harder.
Just do
Got to
what
skin
I-
the cat differently.
Right. Yeah, do what I do. I travel around, play places. I make dozens of dollars.
Yeah.
Well, having said that, do you have any advice for kids or people getting into this business?
Stay in school. Learn computers, IT. Supposedly I suppose if you got enough streams, if you're the one person, well, even that, 44 million's a lot of streams, and
What are you
you
gonna do?
can't live off that. So
Really?
it's just changed. But somehow I'm still playing music. You know, I didn't think I would be. Years ago, I thought, well, someday you'll just say, okay, I'm getting too old, not making enough money, and I'll do something else. Well, I can't. You know, that's I wouldn't.
It's kind of who you are.
It's just, yeah, it's how I'm made. This is what I do. Period. So it's not about the money. It's about just doing it.
You got to resonate with who you are, and we're glad you are, Sean. Well, John's got another song for us. It's called All the Same to Me from this album, East Side Songs. So please welcome, with this song, Sean Patrick McGraw.
Used to call this an all-America town till the steel plants and the mills closed down. You know there ain't much left to hang around for as far as I can see. We drink beer every day from 3 to 5 at the happy hour down at my favorite dive. Taverns like this find it hard to survive, thanks to Applebee's. We got a Pizza Hut and a KFC, a Waffle House and a Mickey D's, and Olive Gardens and a Chuck E. Cheese, and it's all the same to me. We got a Walmart, Target, and a Home Depot, Starbucks opened and the home grounds closed. Things change, I know, it's all the same to me. It's all the same to me. We got meth heads, crackheads, it's kinda sad. It's like Mayberry's gone all Breaking Bad. But when a broken home's the only home you've ever had, well, good luck breaking free. So Barney Fife keeps fighting that war on dope, but he's got the wrong folks in his scope, and he ain't gonna win till they got hope. It's all the same to me. We got a Pizza Hut and a KFC, a Waffle House and a Mickey D's, and Olive Gardens and a Chuck E. Cheese, and it's all the same to me. We got a Walmart, Target, and a Home Depot, Starbucks opened and the home grounds closed. Things change, I know, it's all the same to me. It's all the same to me. Ain't this America, the home of the free? So much for that little pink house I thought I had coming to me. Mr. Mellencamp, Mr. Springsteen, you know, I think we'd all agree this American dream is just a dream. We got a Pizza Hut, a KFC, a Waffle House, and a Mickey D's, and Olive Gardens, and a Chuck E. Cheese, and it's all the same to me. We got a Walmart, Target, and a Home Depot, Starbucks open, and the home grounds closed. Things change, I know, it's all the same to me. It's all the same to me. Well, it's all the same, all the same, all the same to me. It's all the same, all the same, all the same to me. It's all the same, all the same, all the same to me. It's all the same, all the same, all the same to me. Used to call this an all-America town to the steel plants and the mills closed down. You know there ain't much left to hang around for as far as I can see.
Sean Patrick McGraw. You can find him on SeanPatrickMcGraw.com. There's no doubt that country music began in the USA, and the same with rock and roll. And as is the way in America, music is a quilt that never looks the same, and boundaries are crossed constantly. And even surf guitarist Dick Dale said he had his country moments. He said, as a little kid I had a girlfriend, and her boyfriend used to beat me up. Country music is all about your heart. So as demonstrated by Uncle Ben's Remedy and Sean Patrick McGraw, it's not easy to categorize, but it is easy to see that genuine music touches us all. Now we're going to play a standard called 9-Pound Hammer. It's part of a group of songs from the late 1800s called Hammer Songs, all of which had verses about or alluding to the legendary railroad man John Henry. It's been done by Mississippi John Hurt, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Earl Scruggs and the Foggy Mountain Boys, Cat Stevens, Odetta, the Beatles, John Prine, and lots more. Now, for the annals of musical history, we're going to do it.
Last 9-pound hammer is a little too heavy. 20 for my size, 20 for my size. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. Tell me how can I roll when the wheels don't go. Got a 9-pound hammer, roll along so slow. Well, how can you roll when you roll so slow?
Not like home. They got a ring like mine, got a ring like mine.
Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. I roll when the wheels won't go.
Hey, I'm going down the mountain, gonna see my baby. Ain't coming back, Lord, ain't coming back.
Roll on, buddy,
Oh, Lord, oh, how can I roll when the wheels won't go?
roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow.
How can I roll when the wheels won't go?
All right, thank you for sharing your time with us. Thank you, Uncle Ben's Remedy. And Sean Patrick McGraw. I'm Ken Hardley. We'll see you next time out.
You've been listening to Rolling Hills Radio, episode 94. Special thanks to Uncle Ben's Remedy and Sean Patrick McGraw. The Rolling Hills Radio cast and crew are producer and Kathy's Remedy, audio Steve Turn It Up Chapel, asking if you need anything Diamond Dick Cool, Diamond Dick Finder Brienne Fidel, Diamond Dick Impersonator Nicole Chapel, the nicest person on the staff Susan George, the second nicest person on the staff unless he doesn't like you Tom Fidel, grammar monitor Jim Goodling, and video and snappy dressing Cranky Play Productions. I'm Julia Cecil Hanley reminding you that you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe your friends on the couch. Please join us next time on Rolling Hills Radio with Ken Hardley.